everybody. I am back. I want to do a couple things. Got a really quick bench update. I've been making progress on my Formula One group build, which is a buddy build with Chris's House of Plastic, as well as the Formula One group build entry, which is, of course, hosted by myself and Tim at Box Stock Garage. Plenty of time to get in on that, guys. This goes until December. I think the season ends on the 6th. It's the whole Formula One season. At one point, I'll write that down, but I'm almost positive it's December 6th. It's starting to just now come together. I've really just started making some progress on it. Chris's looks better than mine. I encourage everybody to try this out. Maybe not this year, but if you see, a Formula One car at a show, grab it. It's different, and I think everybody that's tried one has pretty much enjoyed it. It's the same. It's building a model kit, but it's a little bit different of a car. And they're just cool. So, and there's, all different styles. Going back to basically the beginning of time, I think we would accept a Grand Prix car, pre-Formula One, the top formula wasn't called Formula One until like 1950 or something like that. So yeah, there's just a wide range, a huge history, and a lot of cool cars. So appreciate everybody that's joined in so far or will join in. I got a couple of really cool things in the mail from some very good friends, and I'm also gonna just show you what I'm gonna be building this weekend, which is of course the 48-hour group build hosted by Craig Modeler. Does this every year. I've done it now I believe 3 years in a row. The first year I didn't finish, which, doesn't matter. Craig always says that. Doesn't matter if you finish. So everybody's just trying to have fun. So I'm going to be building 2 kits for sure. I figure if I can finish 2 in 24 hours, surely I can finish 2 in 48 hours. But I'll show those off as well. So you guys bear with me. I'll spin you around and show you what we got. VCG Resins by Reese. VCG Resins proudly offers unique, detailed, and accurate wheels, suspension parts, engines, engine parts, and diorama accessories for 1/24th and 1/25th scale model cars, trucks, and scale scenes. VCG Resins by Reese. Parts that stand out, service that stands by you. Okay, I got a box in the mail. I knew this was going to be in it. This is from my really good friend Elliot at Scale Effect. I met Elliot online on the model cars subreddit, which is it's really not a great place to hang out. It can get pretty grim over there sometimes. So it's cool that I met Elliot there. Since then, we have connected on other social media platforms such as YouTube and a Discord group that we're both in. And I followed him there as well. He posted an invite and I followed the link. So he found this at a local sort of show. It's kind of like a Cars and Coffee type thing, I believe is what he said. Elliot, feel free to correct me if I'm screwing that up. But anyways, he knows my connection to the Indy 500. Actually wrote me a really nice note as well, mentioning my dad and just like I said, the personal connection I have with it. And he messaged me and he's like, hey, do you have this pace car? And I did not. I did have this 55 monogram. This is a monogram 55 Chevy convertible kit, the same one you'll see it molded in like salmon in the monogram box, with that color on the box art. But that's the one I have, and I was planning on always acquiring some of these decals and recreating the pace car. But nice to have the kit. This is the Revell of Germany boxing, so of course we get the really nice color instruction booklet. This background on this picture is absurd as far as how the Speedway would have looked in 1955. However, the car itself, I do enjoy the box art despite the inaccuracies of the track background. It's cool to have the bricks, even though the brick should, I don't really get what's going on here. Yeah, it's just really cool boxing. He sent me some 3D printed parts that he printed. These are the wheels he used on his Raptor build. You guys should check that out. He did a really cool Raptor build with, he's got a tutorial on how to do the bed liner, and he used these wheels, which I'll use on something very cool. Some exhaust and some racing seats. And these are stuff that he's designed and printed himself for the most part. He does a lot of that himself, and does a great job. These prints are super clean, so thank you very much, Elliot. And he threw in these decals. He had a vague memory, he said, of me building a Cartoon Network NASCAR, which I did, in fact. I should have brought it with me. I built the Lake Speed Melling 9 car, the Ford Taurus. So this will be the Steve Grissom Monte Carlo. I'll have to get, I believe, a Monte Carlo kit, which shouldn't be hard. I mean, NASCAR kits, it's not really a huge market for them up here where I'm at, so I can always usually snag some more. So thank you again, Elliot, a huge thank you. And I really appreciate the friendship over the years, and sharing this hobby, and it's just been great. So I appreciate you, and thank you very much again. And then this box was a total and complete surprise. It also came with this Beast of Turin Hot Wheels. If you don't know about this car, go check it out. There's some great videos from Goodwood. This is a 28.4 liter 4-cylinder land speed record from 1910, 1911. This was, we're talking about Grand Prix. This was during a break where there was no formula racing of any type that was, officially sanctioned by anyone. So a lot of manufacturers were just building like land speed cars, which is what this is. And it was a beast. And it's made out of 2 of the surviving pieces, like the engine out of 1 car. They only built 2 of these. So it has the frame of 1 car, the surviving example, and the engine of another to make 1 survivor. And it's just a really cool car, so check that out. But this box came from Chris's House of Plastic, who just gifted me a couple kits from a show he went to. He watched my video. You know what? That video was on the stuff he sent me because that Axia Skyline was in it. And I was talking about my collection of Calsonic Team and Pool Super GT, Japan GT Championship, that I wanted to build all the ones from the R31 through, the R35, which I was missing, the R35. I actually forgot about the R31, so I'll have to track one of those down. I'm 90% sure that exists in Calsonic Boxing, but not that matters. I saw this at a show a few years ago, and it was not cheap. And as the R35 is like my least favorite Skyline, I was like, maybe I can find a better deal. And then like the prices just shot through the roof. They've been insane for this kit. And despite this being my least favorite actual real life Skyline, the Super GT R35 is pretty badass. And it looks great in the Calsonic livery. And I can't wait to build it. I'm going to have to start on my Calsonic collection now very soon so I can get this built up to go along with the other stuff. I've got the R33. I have a few R32s, and I can source some decals for that. I have a couple of the R34s in A and B spec, and now a huge thanks. I cannot thank Chris enough for this. I was blown away. I almost fell over when I opened the box. Not an easy kit to find, and I just can't say thank you enough to both him and Elliot for thinking of me while they were out doing whatever, and sending me some really cool kits. I am touched, and I'm just really blessed to make some terrific friends in this hobby, and to carry that on outside of the hobby as well when we chat. So thanks, guys. You guys are awesome, and hope we have many more years of friendship. Now, moving on to the 48-hour group build. I am going to be starting out with, this is sort of my primary build. the Tamiya Lotus 99 Honda 99T. This will be another entry into the Formula One group build. I am ready to go with this. I got these aftermarket decals from Taboo Design, which are really nice because the ones in here are pretty rough. So a simple livery, simple decal job, just all camel yellow with a bunch of blue decals, of course, everywhere. This says Lotus. We'll have camel on ours, and the only question is, do we go with Senna or Satoru Nakajima? Classic Japanese driver from the era. I mean, we're probably going to go Senna, but everybody goes Senna. I don't know. I do really enjoy Ayrton Senna, who was a terrific driver, but I also like to be different, so we may go Nakajima. We'll decide that on the day, probably. Decide whether I put 11s or 12s on this thing. So that's my main objective, is getting this done, and I think I should be able to. I mean, it's a Formula One kit. I have a lot of experience with them, not this one particularly, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. And speaking about Skylines, I have this. I'm going to get into the Kure Nismo GTR. Kure is a, as you can see probably sort of by the shape of this, logo, it's a CRC company in Japan, and the Kure 556 is sort of like a WD-40 or a penetrating lubricant that they sell over there. And they had this Super GT car numbered 556 for branding purposes. I would have to research about Toshio and Kondo to see what the results were. I know they had a podium or two, but I don't think they won any races in this car. The Pennzoil Skyline and the Calsonic Skyline and what is the Supra, the 4-cylinder Supra, just some really strong cars in Super GT. Well, this was, I think, still JG, yeah, All Japan GT Championship. So yeah, it was the GTCC. Anyways, that's enough rambling. So yeah, I'm going to build this during the 48-hour group build, as well as the Lotus Honda 99T at the same time. That way I can keep moving, because I find myself in these short-term group builds struggling between knowing when to put the stuff down and letting it dry for a second. So we'll get into this and be able to swap back and forth. And then real quick, before I let you go, here's that bench update on the McLaren MP413. We used some aluminum bare metal foil for heat shielding here, as well as around the where the velocity stacks are. Let me just, I can't really, there we go. I used some Tamiya tape painted flat white for heat shielding here, and then more aluminum bare metal foil for the heat shielding on the rear of the exhaust there. Scale Motorsports carbon fiber everywhere. I need to touch up some. I've ripped it over here, so I got to fill in a little bit over here, as well as the inner tray, which looks pretty good. A little bubble there. But yeah, that stuff's not really easy to use. It's still a practice thing for me. And then, like, you know, you can't really see it in a lot of lights, so you know, it does add something if you're at a show and people are up looking at it close, but I don't know. We got like a titanium gold on the headers, which is sort of based off of what photos I saw, and then you see this wrinkled up gold foil at the bottom. That is also based off some reference photos where the underneath of the headers on the block there was some gold heat shielding. Anyways, this video is going to be way too long, but thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to hop off here and stop talking because I just keep going. I really appreciate Chris, Elliot, again. Thank you so much. Really made my day, made my week. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Tim, for co-hosting the group build with me again. I look forward to doing this every year. And again, thank you so much to everyone for participating in that. And also thanks to Craig from the Modeler for putting on the 48-hour group build. I think that's it. I'm getting off here. Talk to you guys real soon, and you guys take care.